Hello and welcome to Middle-Aged Geek Girl. I'm Sally. I'm a bit unwell, so my voice does sound a bit weird, I'm sure, in the video, but I'm feeling well enough to film. So what I'm doing is I haven't done a completed pages and projects video since August 2025. So I have gathered all of my projects and pages that I have done from September 2025 to May 2026. It will be shown over 2 videos. This is part 1 and this is the sticker scenes that I love to still do, and the I guess you could say straight up colouring pages. Part 2 will be the colour by numbers that I have done in that 5, 6, 7, about 9 months. I think it's roughly a 9-month term. So let's start off anyway with the sticker puzzles. Now this is the first one I'll show. Now I also did do this on my channel to show you how to do them, and it was called The Restorers. And I do have another video to film later on, but I have found an actual book with more of this type of design in it, and it's a really interesting, I think there's actually 2 of them I managed to find, so I will do them in a separate video just to show you what they're like. But this one, as I said, I did on the channel, and it explains how it works. Really nice piece, that one. And so a lot of my stuff covered would be for spooky season. That's probably when I did most of my projects and colouring pages. Yeah, the rest of that 9 months, I don't think I really did a lot in between. So most of the stuff you're probably going to see is going to be relating to spooky season. But for me, spooky season is all year round anyway, so it just doesn't have to be in October. So here are 3 more sticker puzzles. These are all part of a set, and they came as isometric rooms. So they're all really good. Really enjoyed doing these. There was a lot of detail to them, a lot of individual stickers to make up the items, like so you get your individual stickers to put on the shelves and stuff like that, the individual food plates to put on the bar there. So yeah, a lot of good detail in these ones, and I enjoyed doing them. This one was Haunted Schoolroom, and this one I believe was called Saw Laboratory. And again, a lot of detail in these. Very happy doing them. I like them when there's a lot of detail, like, so you actually, like, for here, for example, you get the mesh shelving, and then you get the individual tools to put on that shelving. So I really do appreciate when there's a lot of finer detail to do with these stickers. Some people might not like that because it might be a bit too fidgety, especially when you're dealing with one this size. You can see how small it is compared to my hand. So yeah, it did get a bit fidgety in parts, but I still really enjoyed doing it. So yeah, they were a set of 4, and obviously they've all got cats, and all based around a little village. I think it's meant to be with the 4 seasons. So yeah, again, nice detailed stickers, and I really did enjoy doing these ones. Very cute. So these were also a set of 4, and they came, I think that's with your bunnies, with your capybaras. I think they're your Shibu, those dogs. I'll put the name up here because I know it. I can see it in my head, but I can't think of it right now. And pandas in that one. So they're all very cute, small but cute, and I enjoyed doing them too. So yeah, so they were all of the sticker scenes. Now we'll move on to the colouring book pages I did, and these are straight colouring, not your colour by numbers. So the first thing I did was I finished off this book. So I am showing my sweary book first because I finished it off. It's the smallest book and it fits in this screen without me having to adjust much perfectly. So this was the Busy Transcending Bullshit colouring book. And yeah, I finished it off, so I'm very happy with that. So this first page I did on the 27th of September, and it says, this page dedicated to my husband, he knows why. And it says, sometimes I do shitty things, but that doesn't mean I'm a shitty human. Now, I can't remember what he did now, all these months later. No idea. So I hope he remembers, but when he watches this video, but I've got no idea. So yeah, that was the first one I did. Then I did this one, which is, when the world says I can't, I will say, fucking watch me. I think this one's very appropriate because it's a bit how my mood's been of late. It did come with a couple of the love hearts, and I just added a bunch more to make the page full so there wasn't so much white space. Pick one thing you can't control and let it the fuck go. And I put stolen years. Again, the time I was colouring this is related to my family reunion and the family issues, but it's just, that was my sort of trigger and what I was thinking at the time I was colouring this in. Busy transcending bullshit. And I put in there, I'm meant to be a frog. And I've written a little thing here. It's called, what is this colouring? I don't know what the hell I did on this one. I don't even know what I was trying to achieve. I'm happy with the eyes. Like, the eyes were meant to be like a bloodshot. Anyway, I really don't know what I was trying to do with the frog. If I was trying to do like a blend out sort of bloom, I don't know. It's terrible and I don't like it, and we'll move on past that. So I really don't know what that one was about. And I think, yes, this is the last page in the book and the last page I did, and it's Bye Bye Stupid Shit. And I did a few more lines on the fox's pajamas to give it a few more stripes. But apart from that, that's it. The book's finished. So I'm really happy I finished that book. And that was a gift from a friend, Julia. So, yay, Julia, I finished your book and I really did love it. So thank you for that. All right, back to the non-sweary ones or the normal ones. Now, most of these, again, are going to be the spooky season because that's when I did most of them. I don't know why. October. I think I still felt my spooky inside. I try not to ever go without my spooky season because it is like my Christmas. I love spooky time. So this first one is a lava lamp with ghosties as the lava, and I used alcohol markers on that one. I really like this one. These were just a pack of alcohol markers I think I picked up from Aldi, and because you know the middle aisle of Aldi is always dangerous, there's always something that you'll find there, and I'm really like the way it came out. It came out really smooth, so yeah, pretty that one. This one also, so it's just a couple of ghostly or haunted pizza slices. The only thing I do find, like with these Aldi ones or the cheaper brands of alcohol markers, is you do tend to get the yellow staining on the page before it and after it. You can sort of see if it's a really rich colour. So this was the orange that would have done that. Yeah, it sort of stained the page a lot. And the last one I did was this one. So I put a little bit of glittered gel pen. I'm not sure if it's going to come out in the sparkles, but through her hair, I think it's meant to be a bit like a corpse bride. And I obviously went over the ghost with a white paint pen marker. So yeah, happy with those ones. I like that. I like that book. They're cute little easy ones to do. And another cute easy one to do was the 30 Days to Halloween. I'm not doing these in order. That's why I've had the book for a couple of years and I'm nowhere near finishing it. I did these all out of order. So I did this page here, which is day 3. So if you're ideally going to do one a day, this would be your day 3. Not for me. I just do the ones I feel when I feel it. Here is a day 18. And you have Dracula or a vampire, with his glass of blood. Now, I've used some glitter gel pen, I can tell there, and the background here I used chalk pastel just for a bit of difference, just to take away some of that whiteness. And the last one I did was day 27, and it's a cauldron with some spooky smoke coming out of it. That's that book. I like that one too. So now we're on the full-size books, so I probably need to adjust the camera again. There we go, camera adjusted. So I think it's just one page out of this, the Misfits zombie colouring book. I do love this book. I should do more pages in it, not just wait for Halloween. Because I find too, with some of them, they're designed in such a way there's a lot of white space so you can add to it. And that's sort of what I did to this one. It did come with the zombie girl and the lines, so I made it like a lineup for a crime. So I've got wanted by police, dead or alive, and I've crossed out alive and put undead. I made the lines all about your height. She's a very tall zombie. She's coming in at about 6'5", according to my height scale, so be scared of this one. And she's wanted for crimes of stinking out the place with her rotting flesh, loitering, soliciting for brains, and littering. So that's what this naughty zombie girl has done with her really, really bright pink hair. She should be quite easy to spot, I would imagine. At 6'5" with bright pink hair and being a zombie, she should be easy to catch. So yeah, that's why I do like this book, because you can sort of like add things as you see fit. Okay, so next is the 50 Halloween miniatures. I did a few of these ones because these are small and were really easy to do. And I think that's why I did a lot of these smaller ones as well, because it was sort of, didn't take that much concentration with everything going on. It just was the right sort of amount of colouring I felt like doing. So this was the first one. I just used water-based markers on this one, and I think I've used a gold paint pen or something there that's actually smudging when I touch it. But yeah, water-based markers are okay. They don't give you that smooth finish like alcohol markers, but you know, I'm colouring for myself, not for art. So I'm quite happy with the way this has turned out, and I like it. This one I did use alcohol markers, and I used the skin tone set I have from M.A.G.G, and yeah, so it's all based around those colours that are in that set. Again, I went back to water-based markers, and you've got this cute little owl and pumpkins on a tombstone. And I like that fact these all have black backgrounds, so that makes it, whatever you do, pop anyway. This one, I think it was just the grey set of alcohol markers I used. So yeah, anything that was in that grey set from M.A.G.G, I've had that set for a while now. I just used that around here, and I like the way this one turns out too, because you still get a nice colour palette just using the grey set. So yeah, I'm happy with this one as well. And lastly is this one. I think this is the M.A.G.G pastel set, which is slowly starting to dry up. I'm starting to use up all of the colours in that one, and I probably won't be replacing that because it's something like $100 Australian to get a replacement. And you know, for me, that's just doing this as a hobby and just, you know, a distraction. I can't justify spending that much money for me on those markers, but you know, I'll use them while I've got them. And so I also used some glitter gel pen to do the little popping candy bits on top of the cake pops and some of the eyes. So yeah, I love this one. I don't know why, this one's just so adorable. So that were those ones. And we have 50 Halloween fairy houses. I only did 2, I think, in this one because these are bigger images, but this one is a bit of a cheat, I suppose. I coloured in the cover image, which didn't take long at all. And again, I used that new alcohol marker set, as you can tell by the yellow staining there. But, you know, I don't mind. These aren't, as I say, going into an art show. These are just for me to enjoy myself and, you know, be mindful. And this one, So this one, I believe, it's number page 24 out of the 50, and I remember choosing this one because I yelled out to Terry and said, just give me a number between 1 and 50. He gave me 24, and so this is the one I coloured. And I'm actually quite happy with it. There's only, I think I had to change, I changed the sets. As you can sort of see by the yellow staining, this part of the brown was from the new set, where this part of the brown, where it's not yellow stained, was from my old set of alcohol markers. So yeah, definitely you can tell the new set's got a lot of this yellow staining that comes through, but I actually do like it. I have done sort of a blended background of it going from lighter to slightly darker, which is for me, that's a lot of artistic prowess, because I usually don't do that sort of thing. So, whew, go me. I must have been feeling extra good that day. So, yeah, pretty happy with that one. 2 more books to go. Now, this book was a gift from a friend, Angela, and I finished it. Angela, I have finished it. I did the last 3, I think it was 3 pages. I got 3 tabs, so it should be 3 pages. I did the last 3 pages and it's finished. Now this one I did with the grey set of alcohol markers I had from Aldi. So not the Ohuhu ones with all the really fancy grey tones. This one is purely just like cool greys and warm greys and black. So that's what I used to do this one. Then I did this one. This one says alcohol markers and water-based markers in a jelly roll. So the pink jelly roll was used, as you can sort of see there, and a bit of the green one there. And I think this was part of an old alcohol marker set, maybe. I think so. Just looking at some of the, well, it's not quite finished. I think it is. And I used just water-based markers for a bit of a difference. So I'm quite happy with that one too. I think it's quite cute. And lastly, this one. Now this is, I had this weird dot marker set that are paint pens. It was a cheap one I got from AliExpress. So they're meant to be dot markers, so you're meant to like do the dots. But you can also sort of smudge it really roughly and make it like a rough painting. So I did start off doing it, as you can see, with dots, and that was my aim, just to try and do the whole thing with dots. And me being me, I got sick of it very quickly, so I then went and used it just as a really rough paint pen, and that's why it's not smooth and there's white bits, because I just sort of roughly finished it. But I like the result, actually. It gives it sort of a rustic look, and I like it, and I'm quite happy with it. But that was the last page of this book. I finished this book too. So that's like actually 2 books I finished in the last couple of months, which is amazing. And the last couple of pages are from Chibi Girls. These ones weren't horror themed from memory. I could be completely wrong. If I can find my tab. Oh my goodness, you missed again. There we go. So this one did all the way back in September. And at that stage, I knew I was starting to not want to do colouring or anything for that matter. So I just coloured the character in and the windows and the bird in the cage. But the actual wall and the floor I left as its grey shading on purpose, because I really just thought the character needs to pop. The rest of it doesn't. And that's probably how I'm going to finish off this book, to be honest. If it's not too much of a complicated background, if it's something like this, I think I'll just make the character pop and leave the rest of the background in its grayscale, because it's a lot of ink you use up if you use alcohol markers, and it's also a lot of pencil work if you use pencils, and I don't have that patience. I'm ADHD, so I either will, if the mood takes me, you'd be very fine with details, and other days it's just like you get the page done. So it's a bit, I mean, here's a good example. Here's one I actually did the whole page, did all the bits, and this one was alcohol markers and gel pens. Yeah, just gave her some glittery gel pens to try and make some of the bits of her suit shine. And I think this is one of my older sets of alcohol markers, because I will not throw them out till they are completely dried up. It's just the way I am, and I've got to do it. But that was the last page. So yeah, they're all the pages that are just straightforward colouring, and all of the sticker scenes I did from September 2025 to May 2026. There will be a part 2, which will be the colour by numbers, because I did a lot more of them through that 9 months, because they were just, I think, easier to do. I didn't have to think, like the colours were laid out for me, and when I was feeling like I have been, it's easier to do that way. But anyway, so the usual. Thanks for watching. I know it's been a while since videos. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just really sort of slowing down, and I've got other priorities these days, but I am still sticking around because I do love the little community I'm building here on YouTube, so I don't want to lose that. So please do stick around. If this is your first time watching, please consider subscribing. It always helps. And also liking the video and leaving a comment, because I still do love to hear from you, and I always reply. But I think, you know, I'm going to stop now and go and get a hot drink. I may or may not film part 2 right now. We'll see how I feel after the hot drink and how the voice goes. But I do appreciate you all for watching. So until next time, stay safe, stay weird, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.